Mikel Brown has been the story at the U19 World Cup for Team USA. Once
Come
again,
on, Mikel.
Chris
Sorry.
Breezy.
No, I forgot you're not on TikTok. You know, there's like a TikTok trending sound that's literally it's just a song that says, "Come on, Mikel. Can you feel it in your back, Mikel?"
Nope.
All right, sorry. Move on.
All right. Can I reopen?
Sorry, yeah.
Chris Breezy. 24 points in game three for Team USA in their 59-point win over Cameroon. He's just been the best player. Like point blank, we don't need to even like stretch or try to be more creative than that. He has been Team USA's best player on a team that includes AJ Dybantsa, Koa Pete, a bunch of other five-star talents and current college basketball players. He's been sensational. And I think, we alluded to our surprise earlier in the week after game one and game two, where it was a little confusing to us that Debansa wasn't the guy that was feeling like the alpha on this team. And then instead it was really Mikel and Koa Pete. But man, even as game three progressed here, I think Mikel has separated himself even from Koa Pete as well. So much so to the point that one of our favorite Twitter accounts on the lovely X app, Jordan Stocks at Stock Talks 21. We talk about him quite a bit on our channel every now and then. Jordan Stocks had some thoughts about this that I don't know. You tell me if you're okay with this type of take. This is the quote from Jordan Stocks. Quote, I'm not saying AJ Debansa, due to size and versatility, isn't a better prospect than someone like Mikel Brown. But Mikel Brown is way better, all caps, than Debansa right now. It's not close. Everyone can see it. It's as spicy as you can get. This tweet did generational numbers, by the way. Shout out to Stock Talks. Um, you're a Debansa guy. You're also a Mikel Brown guy. Is this a fair representation of who they are as players right now?
I'm gonna have to ask you to read me the tweet one more time, please. I want to make sure I heed every word that is said.
I'm not saying AJ Dybantsa, due to size and versatility, isn't a better, quote, prospect than someone like Mikel Brown. But Mikel Brown is, all caps, way better than Dybantsa right now. It's not close. Everyone can see it.
Mikel Brown is way better than AJ Debansa.
It's not close.
And
Everyone
it's
can
not
see
and
it.
it's not close.
And everyone can see it.
And everyone can say I'm so I guess on one hand is everyone. On the other side is not everyone. Here's me on not everyone's side. Look, I think that Mikel Brown has been the best player on Team USA this tournament. That's fair to say. I honestly don't even think that's up for debate. Like you know how he said, and it's not close. Mikel Brown is the best player for Team USA right now in this U19 tournament, and that's not even close. But when we start talking about he's a way better basketball player than AJ Debansa right now, and it's not even close, that's just inherently wrong. I'm sorry, I gotta disagree.
Okay. All right. I was curious what your angle would be on this because I feel like you are as pro Michael Brown as they come. So I thought maybe
I'm very pro Michael Brown, and I think that it's just putting it in the bubble or putting it through the lens of just this tournament. That's fine to say, but when you start talking about like just overall, like he's the better basketball player right now, that's not even close. I just think that's unfair.
sure.
And
Okay.
and and honestly, I think I'm just hung up on the it's not even close. Everyone can see it.
Is this
Like
just
I'm
because
fine with even having the stance that you think that Michael Brown is better than AJ Debansa, but the whole like it's not even close. I know everyone sees it. That's where I lose the plot.
is this just like small sample size? Like is that why? Because I guess Stocks is right about this. Brown has clearly been the best player on the team,
Hmm.
and AJ Debance is on the team.
Yeah,
So like something's got to give, right?
yeah. Look, and I'm a Michael Brown guy. You know this. Like you know this in my heart of hearts. Like that's my guy. Um, I'll also say this: it's very evident that Tommy Lloyd wants Mikel Brown to be the best player on this team. And when it's not Mikel Brown, he wants his guy, Cole Pete, to be a part of it. And they have earned that because they played amazing. And AJ, and also like AJ, like I don't know, he hasn't been bad. Like, has he been the best player, the alpha that he was? Not necessarily, but
He also
I
was
saw.
better than Koa Pete in game three, also.
You said what?
He also was better than Koa Pete in game three, also. And he played 4 less minutes than Mikel Brown and still had 16 points. Like,
Yeah, he was. And also, like, if we're still, it's a whole thing here. And I saw Fran Fraschilla talk about this as well. Shout out to my guy, Fran. Um, this is like a whole process. And, during the time when it was the U19 training camp, there wasn't a player, coach, person, trainer, insect in the gym that wouldn't say that AJ Debansa was the best player in the alpha in that gym on both ends of the floor and was the best player on the team. Now that hasn't taken its shape during the games, which means something, don't get me wrong. But I said this on an episode the other day when I was with Dion. I think it's going to be a moment where maybe when we get into the knockout rounds or something like that, where Debansa is going to have his moment. And look, this is not even a pile on Jordan because I love Jordan stuff and I love the take from, like, I think I see the vision with it. I disagree, but I see the vision, right? I see where he's coming from. But and he said that this isn't like a fatigue type situation with the recruit, but I do think inherently through the summer and as like everything has gone on, people have been super critical of everything AJ Debansa does because of his position and because of the player that he is, that I think people just take it a step too far when they're speaking about him.
this video is brought to you by NBA 2KLab.com. 2K Lab worked with us last summer as well. They're one of our favorite entities in all of sports gaming. We want to show you their college basketball stadium locator challenge game. And I'm going to share a screen right now as we do this. South Carolina, bang. Oh,
Ooh,
okay, that's pretty good. Next, North Carolina. Why are we only getting the Carolinas?
please
Bang.
lock in.
St. John's, that's New
New
York.
York.
Bang.
Where's New Jersey?
We're on fire. Colorado. I actually don't know what state Colorado is.
It's in Colorado. There's a state of
Is that
Colorado.
this one?
It's to the right of Phoenix.
Anyway, you get the picture. This game's really fun. They've got more games as well, like Guess the NBA Player, Mystery Fantasy Draft, and more. Stay tuned for all of the college football content and games that they'll be putting together to help you get the best experience out of college football 26. Back to the video. Okay. I have a lot of thoughts on this, and I want to reiterate your point too. Jordan Stocks is a great follow. Just because we disagree with something does not mean we're trying to slander him or anything. I thought actually, like, thank you to Jordan Stocks for tweeting this because it made for a really interesting conversation that we were able to have on the channel. Also, right after doing this, Jordan Stocks put up like some honest evaluations of other college players that are playing with Team USA in this event, and it was just I don't know, it's fun to get his honest thoughts about like Mraz Johnson, Daniel Jacobson, all of it. I pretty much agreed with everything else he had outside of this Debansa Mikel take. But here's what I would say, Cart. This is there's a lot of different things to say. Small sample size is the number one. Has Mikel Brown been way better than AJ Debansa for 3 games? Absolutely. Nobody is denying that. Also, what has happened in those 3 games? Let's just quickly acknowledge something. AJ Debansa has shot 18% from three, 2 for 11 in these games. And Mikel Brown has shot 57% from three, 13 for 23. So if you take AJ Dybantsa as an 18% three-point shooter for the rest of his life and Mikel Brown as a 57% three-point shooter for the rest of his life, guess what? He's right. Mikel Brown is way better than AJ Dybantsa. The reality is this is a very tiny sample size, and Mikel Brown has a lot of games where he doesn't make 60% of his threes, and AJ Dybantsa has a lot of games where he makes 40% of his threes. When that happens, this looks a lot different, and it swings their entire impact completely differently. But if you watch these games, I have watched as much of these games as I can. He is right. Mikel Brown is the guy. It's not just like the production or the efficiency. Mikel Brown is the guy on this team. And I've talked about this in previous videos. But I'll pose it as a question to you as a Mikel Brown guy. How many teams has Mikel Brown been on in recent memory, or maybe in his life, where Mikel Brown has not been the guy?
Never in his life.
He plays a brand of basketball, which is not an insult or a bad thing, to be clear. He plays an overwhelmingly loud brand of basketball that requires everyone else on his team to take a back seat. And that's not to say he's selfish. That's not to say he's just the highest usage type guard there is. And he's the only point guard on this team. There are some guards, some combo guards, but Tommy Lloyd and this staff chose this roster with Mikel Brown in mind to have him be the do everything guard. And if you give Mikel Brown the reins to the level of asking him to do everything, he's going to do him. And everyone else can watch and contribute where they can. Koa Pete and AJ Debansa have contributed where they can. They've had some very loud moments. But yeah, this is Mikel Brown's team, even when Mikel Brown shoots 2 for 8 like he did in game 1 and struggles. That is
That's
not
just
a. What'd you say?
sorry, you're cooking. I feel like the first game gets thrown out, and I stood up for like Mikel because he had 7 assists, right, and 6 rebounds. He was
Yeah.
also 3 for 14 and 1 for 6 from three.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 2 of 8. My bad.
And while going 3 for 14, he led Team USA in minutes that game. So, like, to be clear, this is not a criticism. You know where I stand on Mikel. And I will even add to this. This week has made me completely reevaluate my position. Because
Bring it in.
I came in to this summer taking everything I just said about how loud and all encompassing his game is and saying that will be a problem for Louisville at some point. Because Ryan Conwell is going to get pissed because some of these other guys are going to not enjoy this. He's too good. Mikel Brown is too good. He's just simply better than I realized. He's not going to have inefficient nights nearly as much as I thought he would. But don't mistake what other players look like playing next to Mikel Brown for what they will look like in different situations. Because guess what? Honestly, a takeaway from this week for me, Ryan Conwell's numbers are probably going to be worse than I expect them to be at Louisville. That's not saying because Mikel won't pass him the ball, but like Mikel's going to have loud numbers and everybody else on Louisville is going to play a complimentary role, and that's fine. They might win a championship doing that, you know?
Yeah.
Is what
Yeah.
it
No,
is.
I think it's fair.
So, all right. Anything else to add on this?
Um, hmm. Am I a Team USA U19 merchant?
Like all of your takes hinge on this?
Somewhat, and also like I feel like I need to be as locked in on U19 stuff. Like I feel like my U19 takes are aging really gracefully this tournament, and I kind of want that to leak into the season.
Ah, maybe this is just the year of cart. Maybe you're getting really, really good at this.
If that's true, then now this is also the last year sleeper.
That makes me so sad.